I know things have been dark lately, but I have some good news for you. In fact, 3 pieces of good news, all having to do with dogs. And the first has to do with New York area shortages. And so you've probably heard a lot about the lack of ventilators, the lack of masks, and other personal protective equipment. Well, I'm sorry, but I have to report that according to Muddy Paws Rescue and Best Friends Animal Society, they're reporting that shelters they work with are either all out of or almost out of cats and dogs after a surge in applications of as much as tenfold in the past 2 weeks. According to the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, they said its LA office saw a 70% increase in animals going into foster care, and Best Friends said many of the shelters it partners with across the U.S. report the same phenomenon. So they're running out of animals to give you, which is just great news, because what better thing to get you through this than a cat or a dog?
You got to breed them. Let's just start breeding them. That's what we have to do. Supply and demand capitalism. Catpitalism. Catpistolism? I don't know.
We need the Defense Production Act to be levied against corgis. I don't know. We need more of them and fast. GE needs to breed pups.
I love it. I think that's fantastic. And if you run out of cats and dogs, you can always start your own tiger zoo. Just watch the documentary Tiger King. It's essentially a how-to on how to create a giant empire of, you're the king of beasts.
Exactly. I haven't seen the end, but it seems like a pretty good business model. It seems
Everything, even though spoiler alert, the first episode tells you how it ends.
I only watched the middle episodes, actually, and the end. I didn't see the beginning. Anyway, there's a little bit of potential bad news to this first bit of good news, though, and that is that rescue organizations worry they'll soon see the opposite problem, a rise in surrendered pets as many Americans lose their jobs. Shelters may be asked to take in more animals than they have room to house. But hopefully these two problems might cancel out, and the people who have at least some resources and need some sort of emotional support, stress relief, animals have all these documented things. Maybe we'll do more on that in another video. Could help for people who can no longer care for their animals. But having an animal is definitely a good thing. I advocate for it.
Yeah. Jason Carter got a dog. He told me yesterday. Mm-hmm. And it's adorable and lovable.
I want to see it.
No.
Oh,
sorry, okay. I can't. Okay. I can't betray his trust like that.
Bit of good news number 2 having to do with dogs. That is that there is no evidence that a dog, cat, or any pet can transmit COVID-19. This is according to the WHO. If you are worried, because there are some coronaviruses actually that can affect dogs specifically, and it's not impossible that this one could, but so far there is no documented evidence of that. So while you have to keep yourself safe, at least one less thing to worry about, your animal companion is probably going to be okay during this.
Goes counter to some of the things I was reading today, John, which are cats are particularly susceptible to COVID. So you seem to be pretty much of a dog person and almost a cat genocider.
Well, I mean, according to the WHO, they have no evidence of
That's
cats
transmit,
either.
Not contract.
Okay, well, it's a bit of good news. But yes, do more research. Thank you, Brian.
I would like to say, and now that I brought everyone down...
No, it's not down. It's context. It's important.
I know, but I would just say do some research before you go out there thinking your cat's going to be safe from your bad decisions. Though then again, the cats do eat the people after they die, so I guess it's like 1, 2. My favorite happy story out of all of this, before we go back to adorable pictures of dogs wearing hats, and that's a tease to keep people around, is that in England there is a medical fetish company that sells masks and scrubs and actual medical equipment, and the NHS is under supplied, and so this, I think it's called MedFet UK, is actually donating a bunch of the N95 masks from their fetish collection to people at the NHS so that they can be protected from COVID.
That's a good call.
Their skin staplers are still available, and they're selling those, because I don't think it's just the sexy nurse outfit. I think it's people who actually like to get their skin stapled for the pain of it. Anyways, they are doing nice things, and it's amazing that they are donating from a fetish company.
Exactly. We did a top 10 list, by the way, of people who are helping to make this a little bit easier. Maybe that should have belonged there. Maybe we'll do an updated one.
Broken yet, John. I'm not a psychic.
Okay, well, we'll do a second.
I already gave you the cat thing. I can't keep saving the the show.
Okay, no, I need you to. That's what you're here for. But if you can't save it, how about some suggestions for ways to get by these long days of lockdown? You're on social media anyway, why not follow some dogs? And so here are some suggestions of awesome dog Instagram accounts to follow. One is one that I go to literally every day, and that is the Geronimo Show. It is this little Australian shepherd that is the cutest, most emotive animal ever. Go to the Geronimo Show. Super adorable. Great photography. I love it. I love it so much. Okay. Number 2 is...
I have no comment about that.
This is... Well, what about this? Aspen the Mountain Pup, who is one of the most dignified, classic dogs I've ever seen and knows how to wear a hat. In a time when the answer, if most people ask, should I start wearing hats? Usually the answer is no. But if you're Aspen the Mountain Pup, yes.
Never stop wearing hats.
Always be wearing hats. Number 3, this one is chosen to honor the memory of Sam Shocker, who is alive. She's just not here. That is the account Boop My Nose, which is...
Weird way to say that, John.
She likes to boop things, remember?
But honor the memory.
Because she used to be here and she's not anymore. She's alive. She's doing great.
Don't say anything that after... You just were like a trending Twitter topic there now. You're like, Sam Shocker's trending. And everyone's like, oh my God, why? Is she dead? Is she dead? No, she just had a baby. Little baby Miles.
Yes.
Is doing
also
well
adorable.
In Colorado.
Anyway, Boop My Nose is an account not of one dog, but of the close-up shots of noses for many dogs. And so, follow that every day. New dog nose. Who doesn't want that? And then Brett seems oddly not interested. I'm basically choosing these because I can imagine these being on Happy Half Hour, especially this one. This is
Stop producing my show and produce your own goddamn show, John.
Dogs in Food are awesome photoshops of dogs being integrated into food products. I love it.
So that's a fetish site.
I don't think you're supposed to get anything out of it in that way. But hey, if it makes it a little bit easier to deal with this isolation, especially if it stretches on, go to Dogs and Food. Go watch some dog boops.
Follow HHH on TYT. Alex has been curating quite an amazing amount of great things like this. You just need to go to it. HHH on TYT. Do it now.
Do it
now, and then comment, because I can see the comments, because John and I are sharing the stream. On my John sharing a stream with me, so I need to see that you have confirmed that you followed HHH on TYT.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport, and you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.